Well, here we go. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and please come on, take a seat. Take a seat. For those of you that don't know, my name's Steve Jordan. I'm the editor of the Mover magazine, and just so that you know, we are recording everything today, and we're videoing it too, and so there will be a link in the Mover magazine to the videos, and I will also be reporting on what happens in all the sessions. So if you get back to your office and you realize that there's something you need a refresher on, then if you keep your eyes on the pages of the magazine, then I'll be able to help you with that too. When we come to questions, if you have a question, I will have a microphone for you. Please wait for the microphone, because if you don't, nobody's going to hear you. But more importantly, from my point of view, the microphone won't pick it up either, and so I won't know what the question was when I'm listening back to it later. So that'd be really helpful. Can I just have a show of hands? Anybody here that uses Google AdWords? Just one or two. Good. Well, that's a good start. You might be interested to... Sorry, take a seat, yeah. Sorry. Isn't it annoying when you Google moving in whichever town you're in, and somebody else comes up on the top? And you might be interested to know how that company got to be where it was. And so our speaker this morning is going to enlighten you. So please welcome up to the stage to give you, and I quote, the 3 biggest secrets to unlock the power of Google Ads. Now, that's got to be worth listening to. From YBA, which stands for Your Business Angels, Laura Moxham.
Good morning, everybody. You all ready and raring to go? Good. That's what I like to hear. So who wants a few more sales leads and inquiries? Any takers? Yeah, well, that's why we got into business, right? We wanted to get into business so that we can grow our business, we can help people in the community, and that's, we can get into our why of why we started out a business. But it's all the lifeblood of the business is sales leads and inquiries, and being able to deliver those in a timely fashion profitably for the business. But marketing's really, really easy. You've got people in the team that can do it. You've got external people that can do it. You've got the MD, the marketing company that can do it. All of these people are your resources to be able to help you, but it's really easy, right? No. So I'm going to share with you various tips and tricks to be able to ensure that you are getting the best from your Google advertising, if you're doing Google advertising. And if you're not, I'm going to share with you how it could work for your business to help you grow and achieve those personal goals that you set out to achieve. Now, these are the different types of options that you've got to grow your business. So you've got online advertising through Google, which is a way that people turn to Google to find exactly what you do. You've got Facebook advertising, and I'll touch on that a little bit later, but Facebook advertising is a slightly different way of engaging with people out in the community that could potentially be a customer for you. Hands up quickly, who does online advertising? So about 50% of you, okay. So then what about local SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is basically getting your website ranked when people are searching for those particular terms? Is that something that people invest in? Yeah? Okay. Then you've got social media marketing, you've got email marketing, you've got a whole plethora of different ways to be able to achieve that first goal that we talked about, which is getting these sales leads and inquiries. You've obviously got the other bits and pieces as well, which is networking and partnerships, event sponsorships. You may sponsor a local football team or do some charitable events, word of mouth. I'm sure you're well known in the local community. So there's various other things that you can do, but it's like a journey. You didn't start out your business to be the absolute dog's dangly bit of getting leads and inquiries. It's a journey. We need to improve it. We need to think about the data, look at the information and go, actually, that's not so good. We need to take a bit of a left turn here. We need to make a change here. So it is a journey, and so I'm going to help you along those journeys on Google Ads specifically. But Google Ads doesn't work. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Google Ads doesn't work. This is what some people approach me about, to say the cost per click is really high. The ads don't stand out. When I look at all the results, I can't see that we're actually getting the inquiries through. So we have a chat, we identify why that may be the case, to then say, actually, there's a different way. Have you thought about doing this? And then we can turn things around and improve things. Because this is all we want Google Ads to do. You know, we're not doing brain surgery here. We're trying to get people to come to your website, that those people are then going to hopefully pick up the phone, ring you to speak to you and see if you can help them. Or they're going to maybe purchase online if you've got that option, or become an inquiry where they fill out a form and get in contact with you. And outside of Google Ads, I must just mention this quickly, follow up all the leads that come to you. That sounds ridiculous. But please, when you get an inquiry, whether it be a phone call, whether it be somebody filling out a form, get on the phone, speak to them, reply to that email, sharpish. Because if you don't, the person that they also fill out the form for, ring up, will, and then you've lost the business. So if we're investing in any of these marketing activities, get on and respond really, really quickly. Now I just wanted to share with you a story. So this is a company, Move My Stuff, managed by Joel, and he's based in Burton-on-Trent. So he was investing quite a lot in an aggregator, and found it a little bit frustrating because he was speaking to leads that were already given to other companies as well. So what he wanted to do was look at perhaps a different way to be able to get the leads to come directly to him. So we had a chat about this and set up a Google Ads account for him. And it's really helped him by getting the inquiries directly to him. Now he has a constant flow through of inquiries and leads into the business. And he's a happy bunny. I spoke about this in the States a while ago, and when I said happy bunny, they're like, what on earth are you talking about? What does that mean? So getting those sales leads directly to the business helps to gather that momentum of quality inquiries that turn into customers. And just another example, a company called The Hive. They were doing Google Ads themselves, and we had a long chat about some frustrations about the quality of leads that were coming out and also the volume of leads. So we had a look at their Google Ads account and identified some of the keywords weren't quite right, some of the ad copy could be improved, and by making those changes, it made a significant difference to their business. So now they have that constant flow of inquiries, and you know the business has now increased as a result since working with them. So why Google Ads? Why should we invest in Google Ads? Well, you know, you get your mobile phone out, don't you, when you're looking for stuff. So 80% of inquiries come through the internet. So it's like too much to miss, because if you aren't investing in it, your customers are going to go to Google and not find you, they're going to find someone else. So we've got to be there. Secondly, this is the number of people for removals, and for storage it's more than double this. But this is the number of people that are searching each month for removals or storage in their local area. Sorry, not in their local area, across the whole of the UK. And then what you need to do is look at the individual area that you service. So it's going to be sort of a 5 or 10 mile radius around where you're based. And seasonality is an interesting one. So some businesses believe that actually it's really seasonal business. But when you look at the search volumes that come out of Google, and I'll just share this slide with you, actually they're fairly consistent. But what is changing is people's appetite may be a little bit more diminished. There's appetite out there is changing, and the climate is changing. However, they're still looking there. So you've just got to do, unfortunately, a better job and allow people to choose you in this very sort of slightly more competitive environment. So why BA? So let me just tell you a couple of minutes about us. So we're a premier partner with Google. which takes us to the top 3% of agencies. And the reason for that is the volume of ad spend that we manage for our clients. We've got a wide portfolio of different types of clients. But really, it gives us access to the beta testing, the new things that come out from Google that we can then apply to our clients. We have a large number of spend for our clients, and we focus purely, the whole goal is to get more sales leads and inquiries. I know I say this repetitively, but that is the whole point. The whole point is about getting more inquiries so that you can grow your business and achieve your personal goals of what you want to do too. We're also a preferred supplier with the Self-Storage Association and the British Removals Association too. So we share knowledge with those associations to support their members. So we come and provide webinars and workshops and information to help them grow. So what I want to do today is to share with you, well, what actually is Google Ads? How does it work? What's it all about? And why do I need it? So we've covered some of that. And then there's 4 secrets that I'm going to share with you. So if you're doing Google Ads, get your paper and pen out and jot some of these things down, because they'll really help to sort of crank the needle on your inquiries. So it's about getting the right stuff done in your Google Ads to get you a better outcome. And then what I'd really like you to sit there and think, if you're doing Google Ads, okay, what is the takeaway? What's the one thing that Laura can go away and go, yes, I've really helped somebody in the audience? Try and think of something that every person can do just to help with your sales leads into the business. Is that all okay? Yeah? So, what is Google Ads? Well, it's not a paperclip. So some people say, tell me about this paperclip thing. It's a pay-per-click model. So it means that when somebody clicks on your ad, that is when you pay Google, and Google pockets the money. So it's a pay-per-click model. Now, I've just done a couple of screenshots. They're a little bit tiny here, but you'll see here, storage units near me. In that orange box, those are the ads. Those are what our clients are spending money on to get people to get to the top of Google. So you'll see that it either says sponsored, or in this example, because Google's always testing things out, it's a big data machine here. So it either says ads at the top or it says sponsored. And these are the adverts that people invest in. Then when somebody clicks on that ad, it will take that visitor to whichever page that the advertiser has determined you're going to land on. So those are the ads at the top. Then you've got Google Business Profile, which is a free listing, which you must get listed for your business if you haven't, which I'm sure many of you have. If you haven't, you've got to get this set up. It is free, and that's another area that people search in. Then you've got the organic listings, which is called SEO, Search Engine Optimization. The organic listings of the websites where Google goes, yeah, okay, so I can tell for the term storage units near me, that person is in that area, so I'm going to show the listing. Now, the challenge with the SEO is that when you're looking on a mobile, you don't even get an option to see it unless you start to scroll down. The only ones that you see are the ones at the top. So you've got to be in it to win it, gang. You've got to be in it to win it. Now, doing it isn't that straightforward. It's about making sure the goal here is to get eyeballs from the people that are searching. You want to be cheaper, faster, award-winning, free bottle of champagne when you sign up, whatever it is that you do that's different, that sparks the imagination of people. So that's the objective. The objective really is to get eyeballs and get somebody to click onto your ad. And just an example of the removals, so it's very, very similar, but what they've now introduced is the Google guarantee for the removals industry. So this is essentially Google's equivalent of a pay-per-lead model. So you would pay, so you have to be registered and you have to be verified by Google, and then once somebody sees that and clicks on it and calls the business, that's when they pay Google. They don't do this for the storage industry, but just for removals. And then you've got the ads there, the example there that I've shown says sponsored, and then you've got the maps. So that's what it is. But why do we need it? So it's a numbers game. And if you like numbers, you'd love Google Ads. So the first goal is about getting people to visit the website. This is a marketing funnel. You want to kind of funnel people down. So the first goal is to get people to come to the website, which we've talked about. Then what we need to do is get a percentage. You're not going to get everybody doing this. You're going to get a percentage of people that are then going to take action on your website. We don't want them coming and then going elsewhere. We ideally want to engage with people and get them to take action. So the action is either somebody filling out a form, somebody phoning up, or somebody using live chat, but really taking that next sales step to engage with the business. And then of number 2, going into number 3, you're going to get a percentage of those that then become a customer. And typically it's around 20%. Some people are more, some people are less. But the more that you do to engage with people, to stand out, to give them every reason to work with you, then that percentage will increase. And that's not costing you a penny more. So if you can increase number 3, and if you can do things to number 2 to increase more people that come onto the website to engage with you, happy days, you are winning. You're going to be coming out saying, Google Ads, that's the superhero. So this is the reason that we do it. Does that all make sense? Yeah? But I blame Bananarama, because it ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it that gets results. And this is about making sure that we stand out, that we've got a good offer, that we're doing the bidding strategies and all these different things. So today I'm going to go through these 3 key things that can really help you to get better results and get better outcomes, so that we get more phone calls, more people filling out form, more people becoming a customer for you. So secret number 1. I'm just going to take a swig of my water. Google Ads is based on keywords. That's the first thing you do. So you say to Google, right, we want to be found on Google when somebody types in these particular words. So that is what you put into the Google Ads platform, which is where you do your advertising. So the first thing, the first big mistake is that people don't think about having buyer intent keywords. And what I mean by that is things like removals or self-storage, plus putting the town name in there, which sounds a bit straightforward. But, it's what my mum, if she's going to look for storage, that's what she's going to type in. She's going to be typing in self-storage St Albans, which is where she lives. But that is really quality inquiry. Somebody's looking for a storage company in their town because they want to work with somebody locally. So putting that combination of the 2 keywords is really key. So, for example, just a personal thing, our dishwasher has gone up the spout. So I need to get a new dishwasher. I don't just type in dishwasher, I'm going to be typing in dishwasher plus the model name, because I know what I'm looking for and I want to find the best deal I can. So with this buyer intent type of keyword, you're getting people that are looking for removals or storage in your area. So that's number 1. The second one is about so you can geographically target your ads based on the radius around where you are based. So you can say to Google, right, we're based in Harpenden. I want our ads to only show to people that are within 5 miles radius of that particular area. Now, on the flip side, what about if I'm in Leeds and I'm looking to move to Harpenden? I'm not going to see that ad. So what works really well is to have an out-of-area campaign for somebody that's based in Liverpool, but they've typed in, removals Harpenden. So that gives you an additional number of people that would find you that wouldn't ordinarily have found you. The third keyword is for you to protect your brand. So your brand, your business name, anyone can advertise on, anyone can bid on it. So what you need to do is ensure that when somebody's searching for your brand, you're at the top, not Joe Bloggs next door that is an advertiser. So they can get onto your brand and advertise. And it's a protection exercise. So the cost per click is really, really low, because Google is all about relevancy. So as long as you are, and your website is very relevant to these words that you were typing into Google to be found for, the more relevant you are, the lower the cost per click is. I'm just chucking in a bit of a bit sort of higher level stuff, but brand keywords are a lot less because your website is all about your brand. So it doesn't cost you lots to protect it. And you do not want to be searching for your brand and find your competition there. So just to add insult to injury, not only do we decide on the keywords, we also then need to think about what match type of keywords we want to use. There's some very straight faces going, what the heck is she talking about? So with match types, there's 3 key match types that you can use, and all of this requires testing. Some work better than others. It's about testing, and it's about making data-driven decisions based on looking at this data. So exact match is pretty Ronseal. If we type in removals Harpenden and somebody types in removals Harpenden into Google, your ads would show. You then have a broad match, which is where Google has a little bit more flexibility on what it will show for, but it gives you that expanse. You can find more people that are searching and typing things in. And the last one is phrase match with the little bunny ears. And that means that something can be typed in before or after it as it's typed in. So there's different match types that you can use. It's not just the keyword. So what you can do if you're doing Google Ads, have a look at your campaigns and see what match types. If they're exact match, they've got little square brackets around them. If they're broad, they don't have anything, and phrase match has the bunny ears. Now, the other side of the coin on keywords is negative keywords. So when you are looking through your Google Ads account, it will give you a list of what's called the search query report. And this allows you to see exactly what people typed in that clicked on your ad. Now, as a very basic example, somebody might be typing in removals jobs, and you don't want that. You don't want people looking for jobs. So you would put negative keyword jobs. So when somebody types in that particular string, your ads then will not show. This is one of the big areas of waste. So we need to look through the search query report and put in the negative keywords so that in the future, you're not spending that money on wasteful clicks. Number 2, so we looked at the keywords. The second thing is what we're going to show people. So banging ad copy. Now what I mean by that is, come on guys, we've got to be exciting. We've got to show things that are slightly different to earn that click, to try and get people to click onto your ads. So firstly, I talked about relevancy earlier. Google likes relevancy. It wants to provide its customers what they're searching for. If I'm looking for blue shoes, I want to see an ad that says blue shoes, and I want to go to a website that says blue shoes. So make sure that your ad copy, this is the advert, that is really relevant to what somebody's typed in. It's, you don't have to be, really mad and wacky. You need to be very relevant to what somebody's typed in. Different, come up with something a little bit different, a little bit imaginative in relation to what they're looking for. Have you got a great location? Are you right next to Starbucks? Do you do same-day quotes? What is it that you do that it allows you to have the right for this person to work with you? So secondly, be different. And thirdly, we said there that people like to work with people in the community, local businesses. So show that you're in that location. Perhaps you could include your address. Show that, we're on the high street next to whatever. So relevancy is key in your ad copy. Being different. And thirdly is about the location. Now, I just marked up a couple of bits here in this. So you'll see I typed in removals companies Hemel Hempstead. Now, in this particular example, they've got Tring. Okay, it's very close by. But in terms of that relevancy, it's just not quite there. We need to make sure that it's very relevant to what somebody's typed in. And the orange ones are kind of a good example. So free, no obligation quote. That's what somebody isn't doing in their ads. So that makes them stand out. 20 years experience. You've got Hemel Hempstead removals because that's pretty much what we've typed in. So ensure that the ad copy that you show is very relevant to what somebody's typed in. Does that all make sense? Okay, good. Just to bring this to life a little bit further, I just wanted to show an example of kind of a before and after of putting in new and better ad copy. So Hazel Edwards from the Container team, we looked at the ads and made changes to the ads, and as an outcome, she got many more in sales leads and inquiries. The cost was broadly the same, but the cost per conversion was much less. So effectively, she gets a lot more for her money by just, you're not spending anymore, it's just making it work better. The third secret is about a landing page. And I haven't got my aeroplane on today. So the main thing about a landing page is the place that you take people to. Once they click on your ad, where are they being taken to on the website? The whole goal of this is to not get them to click everywhere else. It's to get them to take one single action. We want them to either phone you up, I'm repeating myself, I know, phoning up, filling out a form, or clicking on the live chat, or potentially booking straight away. We want them to take that action. So the whole point is take them to a place that feels relevant. So going back to my mum, she goes to this page, removals St Albans, yeah, brilliant, okay, good, right, and it's really easy, I know what I need to do next. So that's the whole goal of the landing page, as opposed to going to your website where, blog and frequently asked questions and more information down below. We want to just not be distracted by these things. We want to get them to do something and do what you need them to do and what they want. They don't necessarily want all this information. So single purpose of the landing page is to get somebody to take the next step. Second part is make it very relevant when people are searching. So have the town name, have a page that's geared specifically for that area or location on your website. And thirdly, build trust and credibility. What I mean by that is show maybe a couple of case studies, just a couple of one-liners that somebody says, it was great, they turned up when they said they were going to turn up, they didn't let me down, great customer service. And in terms of the credibility, if you're part of the BAR or the Self-Storage Association, that's fantastic. Stick that logo on there. My mum might not know actually what it means, but it's a trust icon. It's something look at and they go, oh, okay, yeah, they must be reputable. Brilliant. Okay, we'll work with them. So that is the purpose of the landing page. So there's a few things that you can go away and have a look at on your website and your landing page if you're doing Google Ads. Firstly, speed. Google likes giving customers what they want in a timely fashion. So don't have a slow, sluggish website, a slow, sluggish landing page. Because you know what? People will just go back. They'll find somebody else that's a bit quicker. So have a look at your website, and I'll show you a page in a couple of slides about where to check your website and how that can be improved. Call to action. This is what you want people to do on the website. Make sure that it's clear. It might be that you give it to somebody in the family and say, look, if you go to this website, what are you meant to be doing? And they might go, I have no idea. Well, that is a brilliant win because you can change that. That's data that you can use to change. Have a clear offer on there. Could be free quote. Could be call us today, speak to us straight away. Whatever your offer is, and I don't mean a money discount, I mean what you want somebody to do. Relevancy we've talked about, and of course endorsement. So that's somebody saying they were a great company, really loved working with them. To bring together the importance of the case study, here's an example. So this is Brant Self-Storage, and we tested their current landing page to the landing page on the right, which is the one that engages more along the lines of what we've been talking about. And this is all with testing. It can all be improved, and it's about having a bespoke page that is geared towards getting that person to take action. And again, the outcomes were fantastic. So the conversion rate went up 200%. All these fancy numbers, but basically, again, got more leads for the same amount of spend. And you don't have to spend a lot more money, but just do better with what the money that you are investing in already. So here is a 10-point safety check for your landing page. So do take a photo and go back to your website, your landing page, and go through these and just challenge yourself, or even give them to somebody else and say, look, go to our website or our landing page. Do we do these things on the website? Because these are the proof points that will help somebody to do what you would like them to do. So page speed. If you visit this website, if you haven't done so already, please do. This is the one thing that you should take away, is make sure that the speed of your website can be improved. When you go there, they'll have a little dashboard when you put in your URL, and it will show you red, amber, and green, and then you will be able to see what areas can be improved. Now, typically, it's one of these three areas. One is that you've got big, hungry pictures on your website, and it's creaking at the seams trying to get that loaded. So you can compress the images down, or it could be the video. You've got heavy video on there as well. The other thing is, as you know, like building a house, as you build your website, you end up sticking a bit of code on for this and scripts for that. And actually, it might be that some of those are unnecessary and it's just making it work hard. So you could clear some of that out. And the last option is about the hosting. You can try a different host that will also increase the speed of your website too. So these things will help get you a lower cost per click, and you'll get more inquiries, more outcomes, apart from all the other things that go on, but having a good page speed will pay dividends. Secret number 4 is testing. So it is about a numbers game. It is about giving you data that you then go in and you adjust and you tweak. That's why I've been running an agency for 10 years doing exactly this. So these are just some of the examples of things that you can do in your Google Ads account to make improvements and changes. Because Google Ads does not sit still. It's always changing, it's always adapting, there's new things coming out. So ad variants, there's different types of ads that you can use. You can use responsive text ads, you can use remarketing ads, there's all sorts of different things that you can test. You can test the headlines on the ads. You can very quickly try something and within a couple of days, see if changing the headline is having a negative or a positive impact on the outcomes of your campaigns. Test out call to action. It was funny, way back when Google Ads kind of started, people would just try out new business ideas and try it out on Google Ads because the cost per click was literally pence rather than pounds now. So pence, and you could see whether this business has an opportunity. So they'd spend a couple of £100 on Google Ads testing something out and go, well, nobody's clicking on the ads, that's a bit rubbish. So you can change the headlines to try and engage and try and make difference. And the same with call to action. So you can test different call to actions. Get a free quote today, or phone us up today. Split testing. It's called A/B split testing. You have option A, option B. You put them alongside each other. See which one works. Keep that one. Bin that one. Right. Now on to round 2. We'll do the same again. So this is what the testing is all about. Bidding strategies. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about bidding strategies because you all look a bit scared already, so I'm not going to scare you even more. But there's many different types of bidding strategies. There's AI, there's machine learning, there's manual strategies, there's all sorts of different strategies. But again, these are levers that you can pull to test and measure if it can get better outcomes. And the landing page, we've shared the improvement of making changes to a landing page can have. So testing out different landing pages is another way to be able to, turn the needle. And I just thought I'd sneak in a bonus secret. Now, this is a non-negotiable, guys. This is non-negotiable. You have to track and measure accurately. I'm going to slip in that word accurately. Got to accurately track what's working. So we need to know how many people have made those phone calls in, how many people have filled out the form, and what did they type in for that to happen? Because then you can spend more money on those bits and less on the bits that aren't making that work. Just to kind of bring this to life, if there's any cricket fans in there, you go to a cricket match and without seeing the scoreboard, you've got really no idea who's winning and who's losing, apart from a few cheers, admittedly. But having that score available would make you go, okay, we need to do more runs. We've got to get more wickets, guys. So having that data in front of you is hugely, hugely powerful. But I tell you what, the amount of accounts that we look at that don't have this set up right, they are leaving money on the table. It's valuable data. So that didn't turn out so well. This should say the sorts of things that you can track. So you can track in phone calls. So what we do for our clients on this particular example is we have some tracking code on the website so that it allows us to capture the phone call when somebody clicks on the ad, comes to the website and calls them up. So we capture that as a voice note, and we also go into the depth and detail of analysing those phone calls through AI, and then we can see what's happened as an outcome. But phone calls, they are the hottest kind of prospect you're going to get. You're speaking to that lead on the phone. So the next option is somebody that then comes to the website and fills out the contact us form or get a quote a request form. That's the second way that somebody might be able to get in contact with you. Now, that isn't such a hot lead because you've then got to phone that person and you've got to get them to actually pick up. So the conversion rate of those people that fill out the forms is a little bit less. So we like to gear as much towards the phone calls as we possibly can because we want to get you to have decent conversations with clients. The next one down here is somebody that goes on and actually books and makes a booking online and makes a purchase. And the bottom right is the live chat, if you have live chat on the website. So these 4 are the key ways that people would engage on a removals or a storage website to become a customer with you. And for our clients, we provide a dashboard so you can really easily see, I've spent this much money, what have I actually got? So in this example, you've got, say, £1,300 ad spend, and the one on the right is conversions, and that's the fancy name for leads, inquiries. So they've had 82 inquiries at a cost per inquiry, so it's costing them, in round figures, let's say £15 an inquiry. So this is what you want to be able to see, and this is why people come out saying Google Ads doesn't work. All this money's going out of my account, but I don't really know if it's actually working or not. It's there to get you inquiries. It's not going to get you the sales, it's going to get you the inquiries, it's going to get your phone ringing. But I've probably just scratched the surface of everything that goes on in this crazy brain of mine. So it is a really complex beast. There's loads of things going on. We've got to get the conversion tracking set up right. Have you got GA4 set up, which is the new version of Google Analytics? There's bidding, there's testing of the ads, there's all sorts of different things that go on. But what I wanted to do was share with you the 4 key areas, and those are the ones that when we're talking to people who are investing in Google Ads, these are the big mistakes that they're making. So hopefully today you've been able to understand a little bit more about what Google Ads is, if you're perhaps not doing Google Ads or you're still going, well, I'm doing Google Ads, I don't actually really know what it is and how it works. So we can see that it can be a very positive output for the business to help your business grow. So we looked at the types of keywords you need to consider, what you need to think about with your ads, having a decent landing page so that when people come to the website, they're then engaged to be able to take action. Make it really relevant, all the steps on this route, and making sure that you are testing and you are tracking what you're doing as well. So hopefully you've been able to take away something useful that you can then try out in your business when you get back to your desk. If you would like further help, for people at the show today, I'm offering to have a chat of, say, 30 minutes to go through and uncover all of these things for your particular business. So we can have a chat to understand, well, where are you now? What are you trying to achieve? And what's in between the two? What's stopping that from happening? So we can help look at your Google Ads, or we can help look at if Google Ads could be an option for you. And we're also on stand C6 over by Janice, over there. So come over in a friendly face and we'll have a chat and some chocolate. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. If you'd like to ask a question, could you just wait for the mic so that everybody can hear you? Thank you.
Sorry, all I wanted to say...
A bit closer, just closer.
Sorry, all I wanted to say was thank you for your time.
Oh, well, that's a pleasure. Thank you very much. That's
Thank
very
you.
kind. Thank you.
Any questions? I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
I mean, I know this is a really silly thing, but, you're talking to a simple Yorkshireman. You were talking about a landing page.
Yes.
As if the landing page and the website are not the same thing. I didn't quite understand. Can you explain the relationship?
Absolutely. Okay, so your website is all of the different pages that you have information about your company, obviously. A landing page really is just the one page that you would take somebody to. So it could be, if I give an example, I'm looking for this dishwasher. So I go to the landing page, and the landing page is just that dishwasher. So it's that one page that's found within the whole website. You could, in theory, have a landing page that is your website if you wanted it to. If you're in a location that's a small town and you haven't got multi-site location, that is an option, yes.
Okay. Any other questions? I've got one that I think you all want to ask, but I'm waiting for you to do it. No, okay.
They've gone shy on me.
Yeah, they've gone shy on you. Let me just ask you this one, and forgive me because I was away for a little while, and you might have touched on this, but just in case you didn't, you talked a lot about getting leads, about the cost per lead, and how you can help people get more leads. What I'm interested in is the quality of those leads. How do you judge that? And how do you make sure that you're not simply getting a lot of leads that you can't do anything with?
Yes. Well, the key thing actually is that search query report. So in Google, it will tell you exactly what people typed in. So you want to make sure that that is very relevant. So keywords like removals near me, removals Harpenden, for example. So that's one key area to look at in your campaign. But also, those phone calls and the conversations that you have will provide you the insights onto the quality of that inquiry. You then also can review the quality of the people filling out the form as well. So a lot has to be done in partnership with the person that's advertising to know the quality of those leads.
Okay. Any other questions before we finish? No, thank you. Laura Moxham, thank you very much indeed. Well done.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Before you all go, anybody into self-storage? Yes? Anybody want to get into self-storage but isn't? Okay, if you want to do that, then come back for the next session, which starts in 20 minutes. 20 minutes time. It's all about self-storage and how to get into it and why you might want to. Thank you.